Want some candy?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I hear you looking for candy, man, bitch.
Give me some sugar, baby. Like scary movies.
Uh-huh. Want some candy?
Ready?
Yeah.
What's up, you little shit dicks? Welcome back to another episode of Monster Candy Podcast with Oubliette Sparks from Tsunami Bomb, myself, Screamin' E from the Memphis Murder Men, and back again, Mike Terry.
What's
from
up,
the Jukebox
sluts?
Romantics. Hell yeah. And
I like that he just matched your energy.
yeah,
He's like, we're starting this off with shit dicks, and I'm going to call everybody sluts.
hell yeah.
I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to bring like sluts, like calling everybody sluts as like instead of dudes, and just seeing how it comes off. Because when I was a server, I was very conscious of calling everybody like, "Hey, what's up, everyone?" or "Hey, humans," or not try to gender anybody. Just because I call everybody guys, and like one day somebody was like, "Hey, like, you probably shouldn't call everybody guys." I'm like, "All right, yeah, that's fine." Like, I don't mean it that way, but if someone's upset with it, that's cool. I'll call you something else. So I started just calling everybody humans. So people were walking like, "What's up, humans?" But I'm totally bringing back sluts because I want somebody to feel like, sure, I might be we're all a little slutty sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't let the redcoats win.
Everybody had their slut phase at some point. That's what you got to. Sometimes you got to embrace your slut phase.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on? I'm happy to be back.
Yeah. No, not a whole lot. It's a good thing Dom isn't here because today for this episode, we're doing Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Gillette's 2023 sequel to their 2000. When was that one? 2022?
22? I think it was a year ago, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Sequel to the fourth sequel, to the third sequel, to the second sequel, to Scream, to the original Scream. That's what we're doing today. So
AKA Scream 6.
yeah.
Scream
6.
Hey, you got to give it to them, man. They went hard with the number. They left out the number in Scream 5. It was just Scream, which is a little stupid. And I don't like when movies do that. And I get why they do it, because it does seem a little goofy when you put 5 after a title or something. But the Scream 6, just beyond the movie, the marketing of this one was done so much better than all the other ones since the first movie.
Yeah.
So you got to give them that.
Yeah.
The 6 looked cool. The being from New York, the subway. I don't know if you guys saw the subway poster for Scream 6. It basically was like the New York City subway lines, but in the face of Ghostface, in the shape of Ghostface. That's super good marketing, especially I'm a big Jason Takes Manhattan fan. So
Right. Well, wait, hold on. Don't get into it yet, because we still got to get to some. Horror news.
But I just
Horror
thought of
news.
something.
Yes.
E, did you pick up the phone at any point and have Ghostface call you?
Fuck no, I'm not
Maybe
answering
a couple
any more
months
calls.
ago?
Yeah, maybe.
That was part of the marketing. There was this website that you could put in anyone's number, and Ghostface called them. So everybody in my phone, I put in your number. So you're gonna get spammed with other stuff, I'm sure. But it was funny as shit.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome.
I did
I
it to
never-
myself. You can still do it. It's pretty good.
I never answer any
Nice.
number I don't recognize, because it's either the feds or
I put yours
somebody
in like 6 times because I felt like you wouldn't answer, and I was like, maybe if I
You're
put it
right.
in enough times, he'll think it's an emergency.
Hold on.
Damn
Nope.
Is it a pre-recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it certain parts of it don't activate unless you say something.
Okay, so it'll just hang up or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All right.
fun. That's so much fun. I love shit like that. Like right now with Yellow Jackets. I don't know if you guys watch Yellow Jackets.
I do.
It's a really great show. And so they have like a super super like 1996 like website for Yellow Jackets, like that's like the
Ah,
town's website, and it's got
I didn't know
it looks
that.
so like 1996 HTML, like they're like this like the like the visitor counter at the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
like the weird like background, like the moving logo or whatever of the town's like seal. I'm all about
I'll have to check
guerrilla
it out.
marketing and fun marketing when it comes to stuff like that, because I think horror movies do it really well. I don't think anybody else does it well, but horror movies always go for that shit because they
Same.
have to try harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Phone had one like that too.
Hmm.
That the grabber was basically texting you until the movie got released, like different stuff. And there was like this one, basically it was kind of like a Instagram filter, but it wasn't, where anywhere you put your phone, you see the phone ringing on the wall and you like pick it up and it's the grabber. But it was
The
silly, but it was
grabber.
cool. I feel like they needed to do more. Isn't it the grabber? It's his name, right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Probably. I'm just laughing like the grabber. It's a funny name.
I never
The
saw
grabber.
Black Phone.
Grabber. It was
I
cute.
I just keep thinking of
I heard he
some
was
like
good. I heard Ethan Hawke was good.
pervert guy
Daddy
running
Hawk was
around
good.
like grabbing people. I'm the grabber, and he's goosing everybody or grabbing titties. Oh,
It would be the groper. The
or the
groper.
yeah.
Yeah, totally different.
All right. Who's got some horror news?
I
I
have
have
no
one
news.
small one. My small one we talked about on an episode not too long ago. DC wants to do a Swamp Thing film.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw that James Mangold is writing the script for it. For those of you who don't know who that is, he did Logan and Wolverine. Um, he's done a bunch of stuff. He just did the new Indiana Jones, but he's actually writing a new Star Wars movie at the same time as Swamp Thing. So it's
All right.
curious.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's he. It
Mhm.
sounds like he's a good writer, and so that's. I feel like that's Swamp Thing has never really captured me other than the original movie and like maybe the cartoon because I was like the right age. But
Right.
I like the cartoon.
yeah, like I don't know if as an adult I haven't gone back to the cartoon, but the movie holds up so well because of the character building of Swamp Thing, like the humanization of the characters. And I feel like everything other than that, like Swamp Thing kind of gets like it's very like flat. It's not really
Hmm.
well written. Whereas like Logan is such a well written, story. And yeah,
Logan
there's a
was
ton of
great.
source material. So like, yeah, I think you could, I'm down for a Swamp Thing if it's like presented well. I know there's been a ton of Swamp Things since the first movie, and I haven't really given them the time of day. So I'm down.
Yeah. I
Yeah, there was
just
a TV series a few
yeah.
years ago that like fucking went nowhere.
Yeah. I
It
didn't
was an
watch it.
HBO one, right? It was like right when HBO and DC were like kind of combining, but right before HBO Max. I think
That
they
or
were
No
getting all that.
idea.
Netflix.
Yeah, I know there was like there was right when they were doing all like the Harley
Hmm.
Quinn show and all these other DC properties that were on HBO. I feel like it was part
Hmm.
of that. Like when they brought back Doom, but when they brought Doom Patrol up, I think it was all
Hmm.
in the same time frame. And maybe I think it just probably like got lost in the shuffle, and it probably wasn't promoted at all.
It,
Yeah.
they kind of did for like a minute, and then it came out, and it was like what, like I don't even think it finished the whole season, did it?
It
Ooh,
says
I don't
I
know.
just looked it up. There were 10 episodes,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're not really. Oh, it was canceled right after its premiere,
Probably because of COVID, probably happened right after too.
but
Like it,
but they did release the whole series. And
Hmm.
then the CW acquired the rights to it in 2020.
and there it is. That's what
Yeah.
happened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Swamp
they
Thing.
aired it from October to December of 2020 and then retired it.
Oh yeah, it was brutal times. No one wants to watch that.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 92%. And it looks like almost all the ratings on it were pretty high.
I
10
mean,
episodes. I can crush a 10
yeah.
episode. I'll give it a shot. Fuck it.
Yeah, I might check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I like Swamp Thing. I like the whole theory behind it, the whole gimmick. To me, it was like an organic Hulk. It's
Sure,
basically like
sure,
the same
sure.
thing. Scientist guy. Oh no, Now I'm a fucking
Yeah, but what did you think
loss.
about Dawson's Creek though? If CW took it, if we got Dawson's
Yeah.
Creek, like imagine like Swamp Thing coming out of Dawson's Creek, and he's like him
I would
and
watch.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like him and what's his name? James Vanderbeek just hanging out on the
Oh,
dock,
yeah.
and Swamp Thing's just pouring his heart out to him. Like, I swear, James. Or I
Swamp.
don't know. I don't remember what the character's name was. I watched all of Dawson's Creek one summer. I don't know why. I just decided to. But yeah, Swamp Thing. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I like it. There's definitely potential there. I think they should just do it right this time instead of making weird shit.
And I think a movie's probably better off. I think a whole series, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, because then again, you just end up making it like Smallville or something,
Yeah.
where like
Yeah.
the audience for Swamp Thing probably isn't that huge to begin with.
No,
making it a series, it's like, ugh. Unless he's throwing around his swamp dick everywhere.
That's the Swamp Thing.
Hell yeah.
All good on Swamp Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Swamp Ass, though, the movie I'm in
Yep.
for.
Yeah.
If I had $1 for every swamp dick I've had, I'd be rich.
They have a
All right.
release date on that, or it's just being written?
Just being written.
Cool.
Cross our fingers. I got one or two things. I'll make them quick. First one is Pause, the R-rated fucking horror movie about a polar bear.
Shut up.
Yeah, unlike Cocaine Bear, which if you saw it, I don't know, some people like it. Most people liked it. I thought it was as 2023's been going.
I don't know if you know this,
Okay.
but bears are in.
Apparently.
Apparently, it's the year of the bear. You got Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, Cocaine Bear,
So
Paws.
bears are in.
Yeah. So apparently this one, I mean, they're really marketing it as a horror movie.
Okay.
So, and
Would you
just-
say it's bare bones marketing, or would it?
yeah. I don't know. I just saw this probably like a few days ago, maybe last week, and I sent it to Ubi. I was like, look at this.
Does the movie look unbearable?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen any. I just saw the cover picture. So a little bit of a rundown is, let's see. The film centers on a young scientist, Nook, who's on board a research ship in the Atlantic. Reformed oil billionaire Fox is funding the crew's effort to fight climate change. Oh boy. Just when Nook learns that Fox's interest is not so much in saving the planet, but exploring and claiming fresh oil fields, their ship crashes. And then, it goes into a little bit more detail, but Russians are involved, Russian mercenaries. I mean,
Oh,
Nook.
yeah, it's gonna be great.
yeah, I was hoping it was just like, oh, hey, we're doing this thing, and then this fucking like pretty much Jaws in the Arctic, but a bear.
You know what? I hyped myself up just when you brought up Paws, because I was thinking it was going to be like Jaws, but a cat.
Yeah.
Like that. There's a T-shirt, I think, of the cat that looks like the Jaws poster.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought you were going for. But no, the polar
Same,
bear is
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that could be cool, like an actual scary bear as opposed to Cocaine Bear, which was kind of goofy and silly. Like this could be cool. But from what it sounds like, they're going like, oh, we gotta thwart the evil capitalists or corporatists and save the plant, save the polar bears.
But just like the planet, everybody's going to die,
right?
Including the bear, probably including the bear.
Yeah. So there's that. We'll see. And then this other thing I just saw today. Whoa, what was that?
Nothing.
Russians? Or is it Russians and the Chinese? Because I'm just getting ready to talk about Bloodthirsty Bees, which is this new movie about Chinese killer bees getting
awesome.
Getting a U.S. release. Well, it's a Chinese killer bee movie. Oh,
I think I'm into that. Wait, is a movie made in China or it's about Chinese killer bees?
Or both.
I don't. I think it's made from China. Made in China.
Oh, a Chinese horror movie about killer bees from China.
No, from in Bloodthirsty Bees, the biological experiment of the Japanese army failed. So yeah, it's the Chinese government being like, Japan's bad.
Got it.
Sending
Got it.
bees. No. Well,
Send the bees. Not the bees.
yeah.
The bees.
I mean, the cooler or the little trailer looks. I mean, it looks fun, but you know, I
We
wonder what kind of
post a-
propaganda.
Post a
it's gonna
trailer to the Instagram later, so
be. Yeah,
everybody listening can check it out.
yeah. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that with the turmoil.
What
in
do
the
you
world
what do
right
you
now.
what do you feel worse
I don't
about?
know.
The bear paws, or do you feel worse about killer bees?
I mean, I am super suspicious of anything that's coming out of China now at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just, I
Because
have
the
an
government's going to have
unhealthy,
their hand all up in it. So I'm like,
I
that's
have an
Oh, I
unhealthy
thought you
fear
thought it
of
was gonna make
bees.
you sick.
oh, yeah, no.
I have a
Uh,
bad fear of bees, so I feel like I'd be really scared of that movie if it was done well. Like arachnophobia doesn't scare me, but a bee movie, especially one like
Ooh,
voiced by Jerry Seinfeld, be
You
way
must have
scary.
loved My Girl.
yes.
Yeah, that scene was brutal. Maybe that's where my deep fear of bees comes from.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds cool. Like after, okay, the army bees failed. So a group of infected bloodthirsty bees attacks these experimenters and fled into the mountain forest. And then a village in the middle of the mountain holding a bonfire. The mutant bees attack the village, causing heavy casualties. So I mean, it sounds all right, but
Vampire bees.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got for horror news.
Slow news week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's like Renfield, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah. When is Evil Dead coming out? It's soon, right?
Yes,
Like
yeah,
next week, isn't it?
next week or this week
Nice.
when this episode comes out. Probably
Sweet.
the day
Yeah.
day after
Now.
this
It's
episode. Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Now it's out now. I'm gonna count. It's out forever. This podcast lives in the
Yeah.
forever.
I did enjoy seeing the preview when I was at the movie theater seeing Scream, though. I hadn't seen the Evil Dead Rise on the big screen preview yet, and it was pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be good, but again, it's 2023 and it's been a lot of just okay movies, so I want it to be good.
What are you talking about? You didn't. As you listened to our last episode, all three together, Infinity Pool was phenomenal. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining for sure.
It's no Cocaine Bear
Yeah,
or
cocaine. Bear.
Mithrigan. Is Megan this year or is that 2022?
That's this year.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, Megan?
Yeah. No, that's this year. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it? I don't know.
I think it might have been late last year.
No. Well, then never mind. Yeah. 2023 is rough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let's get into that. So that's been
Horror news.
all right. Scream 6. Oh boy. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of me shitting on this movie. So I'm gonna say what I did like about it first. Just get that out of the
Well,
way.
don't we want to hear what it's about?
Yeah. What's it about?
Oh.
What's it about?
I mean, do we really need to?
Four
Oh.
survivors of the Ghostface
Yes.
murders leave Woodsboro behind for a fresh start in New York City. However, they soon find themselves in a fight for their lives when a new killer embarks on a bloody rampage.
New York City.
Yeah.
Get a rope.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean it was shot well and the actors did a good job acting. So
They killed off the best actress in the movie in the
Yeah.
first scene. I appreciated that.
yeah. Yeah.
Did you like that first scene? I thought it was really great how extended it was. It just kept going and going and going. And I thought that was a nice take on like the original concept. Because like the first scene of
I,
those movies are
I
always the
appreciate
best
it.
part of the movie. At least in my opinion, they're my favorite part of the movie. Um,
They they should be. You should always open up
and,
strong.
and like, like when you have such a big first movie, it's really tough for any sequels to live up to that first movie. But in my humble opinion, as somebody who is very much a by the road mediocre Scream fan, I've seen them all. I like them here or there, but besides the first one, the rest of them have all just been like whatever, good or bad or
Yeah.
indifferent. It's the first one that stands strong. So with that in mind, uh, I think that 5 and 6, the new versions of the story that's going on, are much stronger than 2, 3, and 4 are.
By
Except
far.
except that in this one specifically, and I think it's hilarious that E said the acting was really good because this one was I, beyond cheesy. It was so fucking
Well,
cheesy.
let me
But so was the first
clarify.
one
Yeah,
too.
let
They
me
were
clarify.
all like over the top in their own like
Right. So
stereotypes.
like so you have to like put your brain in the I'm going to see a Scream movie. And that's what I
Yeah.
did. Like in my theater, I was laughing. I was having a great time watching this movie. And the rest of the theater, which was pretty full on a Thursday night, like a week and a half after this came out, nobody reacted to anything. No laughing, no cheering, no like killer, go run, none of that. And I just had a ton of fun watching this movie. And a lot of it was because I was like, look at this dumb idiot. Look at this like look, like doing the things you're supposed to do when watching a Scream movie. Um, but yeah, I mean, I for all this movie's
The
flaws, I
jump
think
scares got me on this one too. And I
yeah, you think
haven't been got on a jump scare in a while, but there was two parts that got me in this.
I mean
I, I thought it was fun.
it's yeah, I mean I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It's
He's
not
gonna explode.
it's no
Let's
it's
just
no,
keep talking and not let you say a
yeah,
word.
I know. That's to see how long I could go.
We're
I
not
just
gonna
want
let
to.
him shit on this movie.
I just want to hear him go. I just want to hear him go. Enough.
Yeah.
By no means did I like this movie, and by no means did I love this movie, and is no way is it any good. In fact, it's beyond annoying. The fucking how meta it tries to get. The character
Yeah.
that explains all the horror movie tropes, like, okay, we get it. It's super annoying. However, if you take all the things that make a movie a good movie away, this movie was just fun. I had a lot of fun watching it, but it's not good. It's not
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So I think the actors did a good job acting as their characters. Not necessarily good job acting, but portraying
Sure.
their characters. I'm like, okay, whatever. Ah, and you're right, Mr. Terry. You are correct that it by no means is it a good movie. For me, now I had a discussion with a coworker and she's like 19 because she mentioned
Okay.
she was going to go see it. And Oubliette talks about this a lot. I will give it credit because after she saw it, I was like, so what did you think? She was like, oh, it was good. I liked it and blah, blah, blah. And I think I actually want to go and watch the first one, like the original one, because she's never seen it. So I'm like, okay. So for that, I can appreciate how this movie can get people into like, I want to go check out the original because at this point, it almost has zero to do with the original. And
That's not true at all.
dude,
It's
it's so
Everything-
it's so
Every
far
reference in it is about the
no,
It's
but
all
it's
what
so
happened.
no. It's so far removed. I forget if it was
It's his daughter.
if well, it's that whole thing is getting so thin. It's gonna
What the
next it's gonna
forest
be
ghost?
like it's gonna be like oh, the killer's gonna be the cousin of the brother of the janitor that was in the police station of the third
They
one.
already did the cousin in the third movie.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't use
but
that.
Hasn't
you
been
know,
done.
it's just gonna get fucking even more retarded. So I'm like, oh my god, I can't take it anymore. Yeah, I forget if Charlie was saying it or someone in Valhalla Cinema was like, it's like watching a band that has no original members in it anymore. So
Hey,
you're like,
I'm the last original member in my band.
yeah, but this one has none of them anymore. Like, no, there's zero. And I'm like, dude, totally. Like, you can appreciate it for what it is.
What do you mean?
now.
Gail Weathers.
Oh, I guess well, is she dead or not? Because they said,
Not
because,
dead.
yeah.
She's not
But,
dead. She
yeah,
had a weak heart
okay. So
disease.
it's like the Beatles. It's like Ringo Starr still fucking working with the Beatles. Like, she was a main character, but she wasn't like the main character. But
They made her so annoying
mhm.
in this movie. But her scene was great. Like her big fight scene was really good.
It was. And that's very her. I mean, her character is just fucking sucked in every single one
Yeah.
of these. It was like one of the middle ones they kind of tried to make her more endearing. And I was like, what are you doing? She's just a fucking bitch. Just
Yeah.
because she fell in love with somebody and she has a couple friends doesn't mean she's not an asshole anymore. She's still an asshole. People have just gotten used to her, and some of them kind of like her.
Yeah,
This one, I
exactly.
feel like that's how that character it would have gone. That's definitely
Yeah.
how like
They're bonded by their experience, so she's going to be around. So it's like,
yeah.
I just
But
think
no,
at
that
this
fight scene was good.
I just think at this point, like it's has become a parody of like what the original was, because the original one was smart, and it was actually like, oh shit, like the first two, use the term you just mentioned, meta, where there's been movies throughout the decades that have kind of poked fun a little bit here and there, but that Scream was like the first one where it really went into it. And this, I don't know, it's just like, once you have such a great trick and you expose the trick, but you keep trying to do the trick over and over again, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, but dude, people like
That's
people
why I
still
kind of like it.
Yeah, people still go see magicians. Like we all know they're magicians. Like I know
but
what
we
the
don't know
trick
how they
is.
do the trick, so it's just like, okay, we know
but that's the whole point of seeing these movies, because we don't know how they're going to do the trick until the reveal is at the end. And when they reveal it at the
Right.
end, you're like, how they do that? Like in this movie, the best trick that they did, and I don't know if anybody else thought this, the scene where they were doing the ladder scene, where they were doing the ladder escape from one apartment to the other, which was so over the top and great, but it was really intense and good. However, when that ladder scene happened, I'm like, well, there it is. That's how the killer got into the apartment. They used the ladder to go across, and it's probably the new like sexy, quiet boyfriend that Samantha's dating. And
Speaking of that fucking actor, Jason Segura is like one of my favorite actors.
Nice. Yeah, he was great. And so
If you've never seen the other two, you need to watch it, because he's in it and the other two, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live writers.
Okay. Well, that scene was great. And I thought that was really good. And I was like, well, that's it. I figured out who the killer was. And then at the end, when they reveal the killers in this movie, the killers in the movie were the worst actors out of everybody there, and like the least believable of all the killers probably in any of the Scream movies. And their reasoning behind it was great for the last Scream movie, Scream 5. But yeah, I mean, it's stupid. Like the reveal is always stupid.
But I don't.
Well, the brother too, I pegged him pretty quick because the hair and just the way he looked. I was like, this kid is definitely related to the boyfriend.
Right.
I feel like that one was a little too on.
Yeah, it did swerve me when the sister died, because I believed, oh yeah, she's dead, and then she was like, but I didn't. Oh, that's okay. That was cool. But again, and Dom had a problem with this in the last Scream. It's like, oh my God, this super strength these fucking characters have, and no one dies from the fucking, I got stabbed 40,000 times.
That's every Scream movie, dude. It's not just Scream 5.
Dude,
and on top of it, wait, I think I'll stop you there. As somebody who listens to murder podcasts nonstop, there are people that get shot in the head 4 times that live and end up being college professors.
Yeah,
I know
sometimes.
And also, they're fucking horror movies. They're not supposed to be real. It's fiction, and that's what makes it fun. Michael Myers, all those fucking characters had super strength.
Yes, but Michael Myers, Michael Myers has a supernatural element to him. He's always had a supernatural. He's the personification of evil. Evil being he can never be stopped. He just keeps going for whatever reason. We all think he's human, but we don't know why he just never dies. These people are just regular ass people.
No, you don't know that. Maybe before they decide to be Ghostface, they fucking hire like Hollywood trainers and stunt people to like make them learn how to take a fucking hit.
Well, maybe like the knife, the first knife that's in the shrine of Billy Loomis is like magic.
Dude, ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, how did you not like the shrine?
I thought that was so dumb.
Dude,
I was like, that was awesome.
The shrine to Ghostface in the old movie theater is such a 90s vibe. It had such a 90s movie vibe. Yeah, of course it's stupid.
No,
it's so dumb.
I was like, really?
This one was the closest to the original of any of them.
100%. I agree. I agree with Oubliette so much. Dude, Scream 1 is iconic and very important to horror movies. And then 2, 3, 4, and even 5 or whatever. This one had more to offer than all the sequels so far. And Ghostface was brutal.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, and Ghostface like upped his game. He was angrier. He was more violent. He had a fucking gun at one point. Like it was that bodega scene was sick.
But it's not Ghostface. Ghostface, the two Ghostface died in the first one.
They're all Ghostface.
Copycat killers.
That's the whole premise of the movies.
I know. Well, that's the whole premise of every sequel.
And these people, like this cast, actually had great, like on screen, you believe them. I feel like since they're now in their second movie together, they really kind of came into.
Oh, I think these Scream 5, 6, 7,
and it seemed like they really had this relationship with each other.
100%. I think the next one, Scream 7 and 8, when they do it, and this version of where they are right now in the franchise is so much stronger than 2, 3, and 4. Like 5, 6, and 7 will be way better than 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
Oh,
well,
totally.
For me, they're all.
That doesn't mean that. You're right. You're 100%. But
after 2 or after 1.
But your argument of they're all the same is the same argument that everybody gives about Halloween movies and Freddy movies and every movie
the recipe.
Like that. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If we saw a Scream movie and there wasn't a fucking Ghostface or there wasn't a phone call, you would walk out of there and be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, it's Halloween 3.
Halloween 3 is awesome, actually.
Yeah, in retrospect, it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, but at the time, people were pissed.
Just like the last Halloween movie, where everybody's going to hate the last Halloween movie in like 5 years. I'm like, man, the Halloween Ends movie was really great.
Oh, they should be beaten to death if they think that.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No, but it's not like there are certain things where a simple formula, like zombie movies or Freddy movies or Friday the 13th movies, because there's a supernatural thing going on. And it just is what it is. You know, Jason or Freddy is going to come in dreams or rise from the dead, like zombie Jesus, and kill people. Like you just know what it is.
The rules are set. The rules are set.
Yeah. You know, just like certain music. Okay. AC/DC and the Ramones have played the same fucking one song for 40 years, 30 years. And it's like, that's what it is. That's cool. Old rhythm and blues, Delta blues is what it is. 1, 4, 5. That's the thing. This. And even with Halloween too, like not Halloween, number 2 Halloween as well. I personally think it should have just stopped after 1. But if they were going to do a sequel, it should have been the 2018 one and just ended there. Like all the other stuff, I'm like, those are one-off movies. But
if you take the idea of that movies are made to make money, and so that's why they're doing it out of the picture. If you were just doing it as a story that needed a beginning and an end, totally agree.
Right.
But you don't think that Scream 6 is a better end to the story than everything that happens in Scream 1? Like if they made Scream 1 and then they made Scream 6 and or 5 and 6, and those were the sequels, it was just Scream 1, and then 25 years later you get Scream 5 and then Scream 6. That's way better. Everything that happened in between.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they used the same actors that survived the first Scream in these last
they
2
did though.
Screams,
So Billy Loomis's ghost is haunting his daughter, which if they don't make her the fucking killer in Scream 7, they really lost it. And I know they've never done that so far. They never made like one of the main characters like the killer then.
Which they should have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that angle better.
She should be the killer in the next
doing
one.
all this.
Like, she should just like answer to the demons that are like haunting her. But like they did that. Like they follow their own rules, and their whole rules is that they're copying other horror movies. So basically, they can do whatever they want. If they want to make Scream supernatural, they totally can. They just have never done it.
Right. I mean, there's lots of stuff you can do. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you
I'm
should
just
do it.
playing devil's advocate with your
No,
argument that they aren't following a script, because everybody, all those
they
movies
are.
have rules.
No, they totally are. But again, it's like, for me, I don't care about that trick anymore. Like after the first one, I'm like,
Yeah, neither do I, because
Yeah.
you're clearly not, and neither am I, and I don't think
Yeah.
Ublietta is like a huge Scream person. Like I feel there's people who are
The
big Scream
first
franchise
one,
people.
I was.
first one was great.
I mean, first one I think is one of the best horror movies of
Right.
like modern
100% agree, and I think the three of us are in that boat. But I think there are other people that are big fans of Scream franchise, and so
Right. I mean,
so
I know
for
what they're doing. They're making their
Yeah.
money. Like I get it.
yeah. But for those people, I think they loved this movie, and they probably really liked 5 a lot. I don't think
Well, yeah.
they.
But
So
like I said, for that younger audience, like
Yeah.
my coworker, like I totally get, because this is their Screams.
sure,
I get it. And then it makes them want to go check out the first one. I'm like, that's
But-
cool.
But I think that's
It's
cool because
not
it
going to
doesn't
be as
exist.
scary as the first one. It's never going to be as scary as the
No,
first one.
yeah.
And
But
it
not
is
even
campy,
Yeah, I don't even
campier
need it
than
to
it
be
ever has.
as scary
And it was
or anything.
fun.
I didn't have fun.
Do you
watching
not
it.
like fun, E? Do you not like
I
fun?
hate fun.
I mean, fun police. Fun police. Fun police.
Woo,
Okay.
woo, woo.
What I was upset about though a little bit,
We've
and it's
got
'cause
you
it
in
totally
violation of being cranky.
you giggled. Everybody was telling me before I saw this movie though, like, oh, this is the most brutal Ghostface has been. It's really bloody and gory. And yeah, Ghostface was way more aggressive and way more
A
bloody.
lot of stabs.
But I didn't think it was super gory. Like
No.
everyone was like, oh, it's pretty.
No.
Yeah.
But
I
there was
think
a
just
lot
in
of
comparison
like
to
repeat
other
stabbing.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like other ones, there was like 2 or 3 jabs. This one, and a lot of it actually was the good guys against the bad. But I mean, it wasn't like one stab. They were stabbing people like 30 times.
And they
Yeah.
still lived, like the brother who got stabbed 14 times with a giant ass knife, like just standing there
That's
in his
not
fucking
that
neck,
many.
in his neck,
That is
in his
not that
lungs, in
many.
his
It's kind of a
chest.
lot. It's kind
That's
of a
kind
lot.
of a lot. Usually
Not
people
if
that
you listen to a lot of murder stuff.
I
Like,
do, and
people
usually
are stabbed
people
like
that
hundreds of times.
usually people that get stabbed like that, a lot of them are surface wounds where they're fighting the guy off, not where they're, I'm going to hold you and we're both going to fucking impale you from each side in your neck, in your fucking chest, in your stomach, in your sides. You're going to die. You're going to die.
Did you guys think this one was scarier than all the other ones?
Mm,
I thought it
No.
was way scarier.
The first one, and then this is probably the second scariest.
Like actually, like not like super scary, but like the suspense and like that train scene was really good. The train scene was good.
very good.
It had a
the
lot
scene in
of-
the apartment with Courtney Cox was really good. I thought, not like scary, but just like suspenseful in a good way.
If I had never seen any other Screams, it would have freaked me out more.
Sure,
But
yeah, yeah.
because like it won't ever
You-
be as scary as the first
Yeah,
one. That
it just-
that one and that opening scene was like the first movie I'd seen probably as a teen, I guess, that I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
That just scared the shit out of me.
Well, this
Yeah,
one,
and
what I did like
I
about
stopped
it,
answering phones.
to go to your point, Mike, is it kept going. Like you didn't get a chance to breathe. So it was like there was always something like going on, something suspenseful, something, oh shit. Like
yeah.
so that's good because it keeps you in that like, well, what the fuck's gonna happen next? And then it would like chill out for just enough time for you to get comfortable again.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, oh shit. And then another 5 or 10 minutes of
You're right. This one was
Chaos
just
goes on.
nonstop.
so
What did you think about the characters that they brought back? What's her name from Hayden Panettiere? It's
Yeah.
like she came back. She was an FBI agent. It was
FBI.
like so left field. That one was like, whoa.
She hasn't acted. They tried to bring her back, I guess, for 2 other Scream movies, and because she went off like the face of the earth, she had no agent or anyone, and they couldn't find her.
Yeah.
And then the director ended up running into her, coming across someone who knew her, and she did like a reality docuseries he did, and he was like, "I want you to come back for one of the screens," and she was kind of like, "I can't act anymore." And then I guess
I
she
think
saw
she
this
like
last
really,
one, and then
uh-huh.
was like, "Okay, I'll do it."
Yeah, I think she got really turned off by Hollywood. She used to come to my restaurant all the time. She lives like right across the bridge in
Oh,
Rockland
cool.
County. And she would come in with her agent, who was like her best friend, I think, at the time. Like she's very much just like a regular person. So I think she just like was like really turned off by
There's like
like
all the baby eating and the fucking all that shit.
Adrenochrome.
no,
Yeah,
I
she
think
was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
was she a oh I was like, wait a minute, was she a Scientologist?
Yeah, no, just Hollywood in general. They're like,
No, well,
here's
yeah,
time to
I
eat
think
your baby
you,
fetus.
you know
Like,
what I think she got really pushed as like a big deal when that show Heroes came out, and she was like the
mhm,
main star of the Heroes franchise. And I think it kind of fucked her up. Um,
understandably.
but yeah, I mean, she was terrible in this movie. Her acting is
Yeah,
not
well,
good.
she's from one of the sequels that I'm like, I don't care about that one, like, or any of the characters in it at all. And they're like,
No,
all right.
Scream 4. Yeah, no.
See, I can't even pick out which ones are who's from which one. I'm like, they all just blend in together. Even two, I barely remember.
2 is not bad. So 2 is where they go into like the whole like stab movie
Right,
franchise.
right.
You know, there's a great book I read not too long ago called The Final Girl Support Group. It's by
I
Grady
just read that.
Hendrix. You read it?
I read that in January.
Yeah, so I there's a lot of the book that I didn't like, but the stuff I did reminded me a lot of Scream. Like really well self-aware and
Mhm.
Sure.
like tropey in the right way. And I was like, oh, like I feel like this book is like what Scream wants to do all the time. But it's easier to pull off in writing than it is to do in a movie. And a lot of the whole like rules of a horror movie are like the scenes where they're sitting at the park they're in like Washington Square Park or something, and that character, uh, the one who knows everything about horror movies, I can't remember what her name is, the short hair girl.
The daughter of
Um,
The
Jamie Kennedy.
sister.
Yeah.
yeah. She's like splurting off what all the rules are, and she's like, "You're the killer because you're the virgin, and you're the quiet nerd." Like all that stuff is like just like the whole time I'm just sitting there, just like, shut up. You're so annoying. Like, and maybe that's like the millennial thing or not even. I
Well,
don't know what it
That's
is.
how Jamie Kennedy
yeah,
was in
that's
that first movie,
yeah.
though. He was so
I know,
annoying.
so annoying, but like, I think she's like on another level of annoying.
Well, that's one of the reasons why like I don't care about the trick anymore because it's like
She should have died also. There's
yeah,
no way she
it's like
survived.
you're trying to be a character. Like I get it, you're your dad's daughter. I get it. Like I get that whole angle. But you're
Wait, is she
not
Jamie Kennedy's daughter?
in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they keep saying Uncle Randy.
Or yeah, whoever it is. Yeah.
She's related though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's fine.
yeah. So I'm like, I get it, but it's like, okay, but you're not like Jamie. That was Jamie Kennedy's character. Like that's why the character was so good because he did it, and you're trying to do the things that he did, which made it good, but it annoys me. Whereas Jamie Kennedy's character was like not annoying.
Did you guys get
Oh,
upset
God.
that
Where?
were you guys in the camp of people who were upset that Nev Campbell wasn't in the movie? Because I know she's looked at like the Jamie Lee Curtis of the franchise,
Right.
and her character is very much written
bother
that
me.
way.
It
It didn't bother me either.
it bothered me.
I never was a real fan of her character, and I'm not a fan of Neve Campbell, so I was kind of happy when I heard she wasn't going to be in it. I think she's
Which-
probably the worst part of the Scream franchise.
I mean,
She's just a fucking crybaby, and then she gets tough, but then she cries about it, and then she gets tough,
right.
then she hides out, and she's upset, and
But she
she's
is
like
the Laurie
most
Strode
emo
of Scream.
fucking. She's fucking sucks.
I think
Yeah.
I
The
think
character sucks.
I
But
think it's like
she's
her
so
acting is
unlikable.
just she's just like
Yeah.
it's just her acting. It's the way she
Yeah.
acts. She's not a bad actress, but she plays that character in such a way that it's like, ugh.
Well, it's the same character she played in Party of Five, like the
And
exact
in-
same character.
And in The Craft, it's just
Right.
a kind of like a whiny
Yeah.
look at me character.
So I get it, but yeah, I'm like, okay, well,
But
But-
I did like that in this movie they were like, oh, she's just happier now and she's not around, which was
Right.
code for the directors didn't want to pay her the money she was acting asking
right.
for.
Yeah.
The producers didn't want to pay her. She was asking for, which she deserves. She's the main character at this point.
Which,
So
yeah, which is fine because it's like the direction they're going, they're just
new generation.
doing the whole thing. It's whatever, and
But
they even make fun of it in the movie.
they
like,
need to bring her back in the next movie so that they can do the Halloween thing. And
Well,
she could
no,
be
Kill
like,
her.
yeah, they're gonna.
huh?
Well,
So they
they're
can
go-
kill her.
Yeah,
No. Oh yeah. So they could kill her. Yeah.
yeah, but they're gonna they're gonna beat this fucking horse till it's.
Well, I
dust.
think the girl who plays Samantha, the one who is Billy Loomis's daughter, if she's the killer, the next movie that comes out, then hopefully Nev Campbell is in that movie and she is like the savior and saves Jenna Ortega, which Jenna Ortega did so much press for this movie. And I feel like she was not really that important, like really
No,
a main focus.
she was kind
at
of
all.
forgettable in this movie. Like,
Yeah. Her acting was
No, it's
whatever.
fine.
I mean, it was fine. But like the sister, Samantha, she was great and she gets no credit.
Dude, she looks just like Eliza Dushku.
a little bit, yeah.
Oh
In
yeah,
the
I can see
eyes.
that. Yeah.
So in the eyes, if you cover her mouth so much,
Mhm.
and I always thought that, and then my husband even said it while we were watching it, and then I Googled it, and apparently only 3 other people in the world have thought that, and I think that's crazy because there are parts where you literally can look at it and be like, "That's her."
I mean, they
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
have similar looks. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just the eyes and like the hairline, like
Mm.
Yeah.
next time, and when she does her long face and kind of like
Mhm.
stares off, it's like identical.
Yep. I totally agree. Talking about Laurie Strode, they said she died in Halloween. I'm like, but she didn't.
Well,
In
I didn't
Halloween?
watch it, so
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think she did.
No. And there's
Oh,
one.
yeah, she didn't die.
Remember when
She writes a book.
Yeah, the chick's going on about,
Yeah.
legacy characters and this and that. They're all dead. They have to do whatever. And then she mentions Laurie Strode, and I'm like, wait, did I miss something? Because
Maybe in
didn't die.
their universe, Laurie Strode
Oh.
is dead.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think they said they died. I think they were just talking about legacy characters.
No, they
Oh, you just
definitely
bring it back.
Yeah, I just rewatched it today. They definitely said about all these legacy characters dying, like this one, and Laurie Strode, and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
It's 100%. They're going to bring back Nev Campbell and make her the old lady tough, even though she's not old. They're going to make her the old tough lady compared to these young kids.
yeah. I mean, it depends on how fucking long they wait, because I feel like
No,
they're
it'll
gonna
be
try
next
and get
year.
at least 2 more movies out of this.
I mean,
Especially
if they're smart, they need to. I would put out another Scream movie next year while like people are still into it.
yeah, I don't think they're
You
gonna
know?
try and milk it for at least 2
I mean,
more.
I'll see it, and I didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, I mean, I will, because we'll have to do these things.
Talk
and I'll be
about it.
like,
Yeah.
fucking, I hate it. But
So where do you guys list it in your Scream? Like, if you had to go from like top Scream movie to worst Scream movie, like where does this one sit?
I think my top. Oh, see,
It's obviously Scream 1.
yeah, but like 3 and 4, like I said, I barely remember because they were just like so forgettable. I'm like, oh, right. If someone says something about it, I'm like, oh yeah. So I don't even really remember those ones.
Sure.
For me, obviously the first one, I still think, again, my whole thing is it should have ended at the first one. But if they were gonna do a sequel, I thought 2 was an adequate sequel. So I would go 1, 2, and scrap fucking 3 and 4 because I totally don't remember them. 5,
So I was gonna say, do you like this one more than 5?
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. Just because it was so long since another Scream sequel, and the last couple were just like, all right, total money grabs. Obviously, this one was at least a little bit something new
Fresh.
and had
Yeah.
a little different twist. I'm like, okay, Billy Loomis's daughter and the thing and whatever. Okay. But then
Yeah.
this one was like, all right, now it's going to be the family of the boyfriend who was the killer in the last one, I'm like, oh, I can't keep following this shit anymore. Like, it's just getting
That's
too into
fair.
the weeds for me.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair. What
but,
about you, Oops?
but this one was definitely better than 3 and 4 because I don't fucking remember anything about those ones. So,
I just had to look something up, and Laurie Strode did die. Halloween 4.
oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I always forget those.
Oh, were they wittier than you in this movie and said that, and then you had to call them shit on it?
No,
Yeah,
because
she
when
was
was Halloween?
dead in a Halloween movie.
Yeah, when was Halloween 4 filmed? Like 20 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
like,
Scream 1 was 25 years ago.
yeah. And it was a
Yeah,
good
and the other
movie.
person they talk about is Luke Skywalker. He died way before that too. So.
Well, no, he just died in this recent
Oh no,
one.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
newer.
Return of
Yeah.
the third
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but well, sorry, I'm getting nerdy and thinking of timelines.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wait. How did Laurie Strode died in 4?
it's her daughter. It's like events that take place after her death.
Which one was
Oh, so she's presumed dead. Okay. Like, because it's like the future.
Well,
I don't remember
it wasn't
Halloween
the future
4.
during
Yeah.
that movie. It was the present of that movie.
And I have to go back and watch Halloween 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, she couldn't die because she came back in fucking Halloween, whatever, and then Halloween H2O. And then,
Yeah, so how is she back in all the other movies?
yeah.
It says twice in Halloween's timeline, Laurie Strode has been killed off.
Killed
And
off. Or
actually,
actually
Jamie
killed?
Lee Curtis.
Because I can't remember Halloween 4. Was that the one? Halloween 4 is Daniel Harris, right? Or is that 5?
I honestly don't remember.
Much like Scream, the Halloween split.
Yeah, right. There's a
blend
whole
for
middle
me.
thing.
I got 1, 2, and 3, and then
I would have to go back. It's been so long since I've watched them.
Yeah.
Halloween 1, 2, and 3, and then whenever H2O was, because I just remember that.
Yeah, the one with fucking Busta Rhymes and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on now? And then,
That
You
one
know.
was hilarious.
and LL Cool J was in one.
It's just of the times is the word. Of
Yeah.
the times. Of the times.
Which, again, I don't feel like they should have mentioned that because there's been how many movies since that one
Sure.
20 some years ago where she's been in them. And it's like, well, she's not dead. So,
You know what was cool about this one? I realized in this, just thinking about it now, because I was thinking about the shrine. That was very 90s movie Shrine to the Killers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was like it gave off like a Saw vibe, like Saw
Yeah.
and like 13 Ghosts and some movies like that. Like it gave off the
I love
aesthetic.
Thirteen Ghosts.
Yeah, it gave off this like aesthetic-y vibe. Like, so, I
Remake
don't know.
Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. 13 Ghosts.
Mhm.
It gave off this like, I don't know. It was
It was
for
very
a sequel.
90s and modern.
Yeah, for a sequel to the 5th one. And like I said, and like we've been saying, for a franchise I didn't give a fuck about really, besides the first movie. I was like, I'm invested into Scream 7 more than I have been to other Screams. Even into Scream 5. Scream 5 I didn't care about until a bunch of people were like, oh, Scream 5 wasn't too bad. You should probably watch it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was definitely
I was
one of
really
those people.
surprised. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
really
was like,
surprised.
"Oh,
My
that's not bad."
husband basically says every horror movie is a pile of shit, and after this one, he was like, "That was fun."
Totally
And I
fun.
just waited to hear him say something else, and he didn't, so I just nodded.
Yeah, I was just like, it was whatever. It was, it's like Scream 1. And for me, it's like Scream 1, Scream 6, Scary Movie 2.
Yeah.
Scream 5,
Well,
Yeah,
Scary Movie 1,
Yeah.
Scream 2.
well, to me, this one's almost getting into the scary movie realm.
Definitely.
Where
I
it's
was
like-
laughing so
I
much.
don't
I was
know.
laughing so much.
Yeah. Where like, they fucked up with those other dumbass sequels, 3 and 4. Like, if they could have went right from 2, or even just from 1, but did this premise for 5 and 6, where then they just started calling these movies Stab, like literally Stab, like, but in the movie, they're recreating things from the Scream movie.
That's what 2 is, though.
Right.
Yeah, they
But I'm
did
saying,
that.
like, it would have
I know
went
what you're saying. I know what
better
you're saying.
together for these ones if
Sure.
2 didn't happen. and
You're
they
just saying
kinda-
if 3 and 4 didn't happen.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Because
Well,
I don't know.
I
I
mean-
thought it was fun. It was the longest Scream movie, and it didn't feel like it because there was constantly something happening.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. I thought a lot of it was like over the top and ridiculous and stupid, but like I think that's what comes with a Scream movie. Like I'm going in there for over the top, ridiculous and stupid.
yeah, and that was
Yeah.
that's 2's fault. Like after,
Yeah.
after it started at 2, and you're like, okay, this is what is going to be a Scream movie.
Even 1 though, I mean, those characters had like serious.
They're so
slapstick
silly.
comedy
They're
kind
so
of shit.
silly.
They're
Yeah.
so dumb.
yeah, but it
I
was
mean,
just
Matthew
better.
Lillard is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and
Matthew Lillard.
everything. But like, it was super. The first one was funny. It was just nothing like that had come out around that time, so it was just
Right.
way more shocking and seemed so smart because you were like everything around that time was like Final Destination was as smart as you were gonna get.
Yeah. Super smart. Like, that opening scene where like, oh, like they're never gonna kill off Drew Barrymore.
Right.
Like you don't know, like you never thought that was gonna happen. And then, they do it
yeah.
they do it every movie and it becomes like the thing that they do. And that's kind of cool though, because you're like, oh, I wonder how they're gonna do it this time. It just makes seeing the movie like
Right.
another thing.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's good too because they're not trying to best the first one because they know they're not gonna ever do that. Like
Right.
that happened. It was fucking awesome. It shocked every person who saw it. But continuing to do it in other movies, it's just like creating this recipe. Like I said, like if you have a recipe that works, you don't have to change it. And people go in there expecting a certain thing from a Scream movie. And I think some of them have fallen short, but I think 5 and 6 didn't. 5, I feel like if the actors had spent more time together, it would have been stronger. But I think by the time 6 came around, you see that camaraderie and like everything else. And it
Core
seems
4,
a
baby.
lot
Core
more
4.
natural.
Yeah.
Core 4.
Core 4.
Uh,
That makes
yeah.
you care about them though. It definitely does.
I
That's
didn't
why
care
they do
about
it.
any of these. I wish they all died.
No, I don't care, but I mean, like, it carries them over from Scream 5 and as a unit. It's like, yeah, we're all moving to
Right.
New York together. Like, let's get the fuck out of this town.
Yeah.
Like, we can only trust each other. Like, why the fuck would we stay in this town? It totally makes sense. Like, where does Scream 7 happen? Does Scream 7 happen back in Haddonfield? Like, it has to. I almost said Haddonfield. And
Yeah.
wherever
Back
town they're
in
from.
Westboro.
Westboro, yeah.
Westboro.
I mean,
Well, I think it worked. When I kept hearing people saying, Ghostface in New York City, I was thinking it was going to be just ridiculous, but it worked. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the movie was cheesy, but that part of it worked. It would make sense that these kids were like, let's all go together. We all get accepted. Let's go to the biggest fucking city we can get to.
Yeah. Let's lock
Hopefully
our
not die.
doors. Let's only live together. The roommate that they got was like vetted. She was like the police daughters. Like
Right.
it just seemed
Yeah.
like,
but I
yeah,
feel like
I know.
I feel like 5 did a little better of a job. See, they're kind of mirroring the first Scream and the first sequel. 5 was a little more like the first one. The tone was a little more serious. Like they split a little better, like the first one did. Whereas you get to the sequel, and it's way more like goofy.
Mhm.
Where this one is, to me, it was just super goofy and silly. I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of like
It was very
sequel.
goofy and silly.
You know?
However, after our conversation, do you hate this movie less now that we've talked
No,
about it?
no, I
Oh.
still do not
I thought you were
like
going
it.
to come out of this being like,
Yeah.
you know what? It wasn't
He
that
doesn't
bad.
get swayed
Yeah. Well,
sometimes, but not
sometimes
much.
the biggest thing for me is just like I don't really like the characters. Like again, this goes back to
I couldn't tell you one of their names. I
Right.
could not tell you one name
what
other
we were-
than Samantha. I
right
got
what we were
nothing.
discussing on the
I will say though,
Infinity
she is a
Pool
better
one.
Nev Campbell than Nev Campbell. Like I was fine with Nev Campbell being gone because that older sister I think is 1,000 times the
Right.
final girl sort of character you would
well,
want.
she's the only one
Still
that's
has that like, oh, trauma, woe is me shit sometimes, but at the same time she's like, yep, my fucking life sucks. Everyone thinks I'm a fucking psycho, but I'm gonna still keep acting like a psycho because I'm gonna protect people around me and
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever.
Well, she's the only memorable one out of all of them. Like I was going to say when we were talking about Infinity Pool, and I was like, Mia Goth. You know, we're all like, dude, she's batshit crazy, and that's why you totally remember her and everything she does. Whereas Jenna Ortega, like, what she might as well have not even been in this movie.
Agreed.
Because if I think back about it, I'm like, oh, the sister.
Yeah, but you need that kid sister that's like not trying to process shit, that's gonna do stupid shit like sleep with a much older guy.
Yeah,
That's
right.
super
But I'm
easy.
saying it's like that could be any actress. It's not, to me, it's not
totally.
doing her any favors as an actress.
I mean,
like,
and she spends all of Scream 5 like out of the movie. She's in the hospital like the whole time.
right.
Yeah,
So I'm like, yeah.
So
like,
that's why I thought with all the press she was doing, I'm like, oh, she's going to be more of the focus in this movie, and she really wasn't.
Or because it was coming off Wednesday, but
right.
She's the name. She's the name to push it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it would be cool if the older sister does end up like caving to her desires, and it ends up being a sister against sister thing, and that ends this trilogy. And then Jenna Ortega will be more of a main character because she'll be like, no fucking way, like this shit's not gonna happen.
And she kills her sister.
Or
and
the
then
mom,
she goes to live with, and then she goes to live with
doesn't...
Nev Campbell.
Well, they did lead up with the mom thing too, because the mom said, she said the mom stopped talking to the older sister because she told the younger sister about Billy Loomis, and then whatever. So something could happen, but something's definitely happened.
The mom's gonna happen. Yeah, the mom's the killer in the next movie.
Goddamn moms! Like,
or the older sister kills the fucking mom.
Yeah,
like you're the one who fucked Billy Loomis, and now you're fucking talking. Yeah.
I just wish
I care about them way more than I care about the other ones. I couldn't tell you their names. Mom and Jenna Ortega.
I wish they would have went with, if they're like, again, I get what they're fucking doing with this franchise. They want to make a whole new thing, clean slate, new characters, all that.
Well, it's not full clean slate because you have to. You're still like carrying over the legacy of the other ones.
Well, the spirit, I guess, but I wish they would have went the route of totally just fucking up the whole story and going with either it being fucking what's his nuts, David Arquette's character, Dewey. Yeah, you know, not Dewey. What's his?
Dewey.
No, Dewey is from.
No, that's Doofy.
Doofy, yeah. But yeah, like if they could have went with that, or fucking Gail Weathers, or even Nev Campbell, like, and just
as what, the killer?
Yeah.
It would make no sense if it was
I don't
either
want
of them.
Nev Campbell to be the fucking killer. That'd be so boring and so
it makes way more sense than if Nev Campbell, Dewey, or Courtney Cox were the killer.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. The only reason why Courtney Cox would make sense, Gail Weathers, is because she was like trying to write another book and needed to do something.
That, or like they said in this one, you know, the trauma makes the fucking people that have been involved in the trauma do fucked up shit. Like,
right, which is what makes total sense for Samantha to be the killer in the next movie.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. She stops taking her meds. She's seeing her dad everywhere. She's got the knife. She hung on to the knife from the fucking the final, you know, staging area or whatever it was. And she's just like, you know, and I would like it. It would be a nice twist. Now I'm fantasy booking this. It'd be a nice twist if she was killing people and wearing the mask and didn't realize it, because she's like, you know, kind of gone crazy.
Yeah, just goes complete, just blacks out.
It's just, you know, we find out it's her. Like, you know, we see some video footage. It's like, oh, what the fuck, you know, and she's just blacking out. You know.
Well, yeah, I guess the reason I would want it to be that other way is because, like, I don't want the franchise to keep going. Like, I'm done with the franchise. Like, that's why I'm like, all right, if you're gonna end it, just have it be like a total, like, oh fuck, it was. She went crazy. Like, she held on for all these years, and then
I think they're definitely down for 2 more. Not that I am, but I think they're going to do 2 more.
Yeah. So I get why they wouldn't do that, because they want to get. I
feel like the next one is not the place to end, but I think they'll probably keep going.
Yeah, negotiations aren't going to happen that quick with Nev Campbell.
No.
Well, I don't know, because this one is doing like ridiculously.
Did it do crazy numbers? What's its numbers compared to the last one? It probably did way better than Scream 5, right?
It passed 100 million yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it still out in the theater?
Yeah,
I saw it last night.
Wow. That's pretty good for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I saw it weeks ago.
It's been in the theater a while.
Yeah, it's not like there's nothing else out right now. Super Mario's out.
John Wick 4.
I've
I
never
didn't
seen a
see
John
that.
Wick.
They're good. They're
Oh,
long.
dude, they're so good.
They're long.
I
They're
saw the
good.
first one and I passed out, and then I never watched the other ones.
Three
Well,
gets a little long in the
I'm a
tooth.
notorious movie sleeper, so
Two's good. Three's good, but it drags a little bit. And this one, I keep trying to. I'm like, I'm gonna go see it, like the late movie, to try and
yeah,
hedge my bets on no one or not as many people being in the movie theater.
sure.
But again, it's 3 hours long, and I'm like, oh, at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be getting home at like
Not,
that bums
you
me
know,
out.
yeah.
12:30.
I know I'm catching a 7:30 in Mario tomorrow. I'm like 7:30. That's probably as late as I can handle.
I'm gonna be like a bippity boppity. Hey,
Oh yeah,
speak.
90 minutes. I'm in.
Yeah, which is all you need.
I kind of wanted to try to
Good.
find it in Japanese and watch it in Japanese because I can't fucking stand Chris Pratt's voice. So I'm just gonna hopefully get past it.
You're like, is that Star Lord?
Chris Pratt and fucking Charlie Day. It's just way too much. Just get me some like
Oh,
no-name
yeah.
actors to do the voices.
Yeah,
Charlie Day, I only like as him as a person. I don't want him to voice characters because it's
I
too
know
much.
it's like Ryan Reynolds voicing a character. It's like everything I hear is Deadpool. So like,
yep.
Yep.
I agree.
but Evil Dead is the next big horror movie coming out, so that's exciting.
yeah, that, and then Renfield on the 21st, and then what's the
No,
one?
Renfield's out on the 13th.
Or 13th, right?
Nice.
Evil Dead Rise
this
comes
Thursday.
out on the 21st,
No.
Oh, okay.
and
Okay,
then
that's what it is.
yeah, and then
I think I might skip the
Something
theater for
else.
Renfield. We'll see.
I'm gonna see Renfield.
I feel like it's a watch at home movie.
No way. It's gonna be so much fun.
it could go either way.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's a big toss up, this one.
Yeah,
It's gonna be funny as shit. I'm calling it right now.
it looks like it's going to be pretty funny, which is what
It's gonna be good.
Nicolas Cage should be doing. Like,
I just hope he's
fun.
in the movie. I have this weird vibe that he's going to be in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's
I
not in it
mean,
a whole
possibly.
lot, but he's in it enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
Scream
yeah, I mean,
6.
Yeah, let's rate this out of 5 Ghostface C candy corns. What are we giving it? You're the guest, Mikey T, so what are you going
Well,
for?
I've been known in my history of Monster Candy podcast to be a generous rater. So I'm gonna be more realistic instead of what did I give? I gave 5 to Texas Chainsaw, and then I gave 5 to Infinity Pool, and then I think I amended it because you got mad to 4.75 because it wasn't perfect. So
we talked you down a little bit. You're
I
like,
think
"Yeah,
you
know
did.
what?
I think I went
Yeah."
from 4.75 to 4.25. Okay. Scream. Am I grading it on the Scream curve? Or is it like
Graded on the Mike Terry curve.
I give it a,
Yeah.
I don't know, 3.75, a high 3.75.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Oubliette.
I give it a 3.
Okay.
I would totally watch it again. I think it's this one and the first one are the only ones that I would like seek to rewatch. The other ones, if they were on TV, I might continue watching them or whatever. But I thought it was smart and it excites me for what they might do next. I definitely think there's some like forward momentum and growth from 5 to 6. So and I love Ready or Not, and it's from the people who did that.
Right.
I think that
Well, that chick
even
was in it,
though
right?
you're saying
The
Samara
opening scene girl.
Weaving,
Yeah.
It's funny because you kept referencing like, oh, it's Trick. We know what's going to happen. Whatever. I think that maybe if they do another one, they may change it up because it would be the trilogy, and it'd be a good time to maybe do something witty. And they have done some other stuff that's pretty witty, so
Right. Yeah. Like I agree that
I'm good with it.
the last one was different enough. Like, you know the formula, what's generally what's going to happen, but it was different enough to where it's like, okay, well, it's something a little bit different. So,
Right.
yeah, this one, I'm going to go bringing the average down 1.5 candy
1.75.
corns.
Oh, not even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, like, granted, people will like it. I can understand why people do like it. I get it. It's fun. There's blood. It's a Scream movie for sure. I just don't care enough
Not that
about.
much blood though.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of gruesome stabs. Like, so I get it. But for me, I just don't care about any of these characters or the trick really anymore. Like, I'm just kind of over it. So I'm like, I get it, but I don't want to get it anymore. So
You don't want to buy into the movie magic of the 4'3" roommate being the killer, and then when you see Ghostface, he's like 6'2". You're like,
Right.
that's not the same person.
and throwing people across the fucking thing and whatever. It is what it is. Like, but I get it, and it does pique interest for the younger audience to go back and watch the original, which is a good thing. So that's good, but I just don't care enough about it anymore to.
Yeah, I think ratings aside, I think that's kind of tough to do. How do you create a sequel that brings in new audiences and also wants them to go back and watch the original? Like usually if you were like a new viewer and someone's like, you come see Scream 5 and you're like, I haven't seen Scream 1 through 4, it's kind of tough. You'd have to go back. But let's say you just saw it because your friend dragged you to the movies. I would definitely go back. I'd be like, yeah, I guess I should go back and watch them and see what's going on.
Yeah. But average, it's a 2 3/4 candy corns, which is still pretty good, especially for this podcast,
And for 6 movies.
Yeah.
Being the 6th movie.
Yeah. It does have some good points.
If you're the 6th movie in any franchise, like being above it 2 is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and you can, if you come away with at least saying, well, yeah, it was fun, or I could see how people could think it's fun. All right, you still got something there. So
Like, what is Freddy 6 or Halloween 6 or Jason 6? Like, are those 6 sequels anywhere near as good as Scream 6?
yeah, because I mean, for me, because I like the characters better.
I like the characters better too. I'm just trying to think in relation to their movies. Is Jason 6 on the same level as Scream 6 is within the franchise? Or is it more forgettable?
No,
Like, which one is Jason 6? I couldn't tell
I
you.
have no idea.
That's the one with the guy from Return of the Living Dead. Oh fuck, what's his? I can't remember the actor's name, but one of the main guys.
I just want to put the argument up there for these sequels that have these big, like Scream is a big franchise. Halloween, Freddy, Jason, these are all top tier franchises. I won't even bring Texas Chainsaw Massacre because we all know they're all dog shit.
Yeah,
Well, they don't even go in order.
Two is awesome.
Yeah, but there's not an actual number order. There's like a million remakes.
Well, that
There's
too,
like-
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'd say these sequels are in keeping, or maybe a little better than a lot of those sequels. But
I was
this
just
one's
trying to
only
make you
at
feel
6.
uncomfortable. I'm trying to make you feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
with your candy score.
No, definitely not. Still holding it down. But we'll
No, you're
see.
right.
Who knows? I mean, these next 2 or however many more they make, they might fucking be awesome.
Right.
I'm open to them being awesome.
Was there a Scream TV show?
Are you though? Are you?
I am. I'm open to it because I didn't care about the Scream 5. I was like, whatever, content. Like, I'll see it. Gonna fucking hate it. And I didn't hate it.
Dom
It's
hates
all right.
them though, right? Is
Dom
Dom like a
hated.
big hater?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom was pissed.
Dom
He
did
was
not.
pissed about
He was mad. Okay.
Yeah.
He was pissed about Gail Weathers and her stomach injury and the fact that she was like sitting up talking at the end,
hmm
because apparently that's impossible. And it's not. If you actually read about this stuff, it happens all the time.
Yeah, people hold their intestines and still live. It
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Same thing with Laurie Strode. How is she alive at this point?
I
You
mean,
got to be tough.
Mhm.
well, it depends on which
Yeah.
timeline
And
you're
she's
talking
not
about.
Supernatural. E.
Yeah, it depends on which timeline you're talking about because apparently she died a few
Twice.
times.
We
Twice,
all die at some point.
I guess. The simulation just, reboots you, brings you back.
Plug me back in.
Yep. Oh,
Cool.
Neo.
Well,
All right, yeah.
thanks
so-
for having me back
yeah.
on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming in and
Of
fucking
course.
hanging out. And yeah, I mean, I think we all agree, at least you guys do for sure, and I agree too. People should go see it. there's something in it for some
If
people.
you're
for sure.
if you're a major franchise and you're coming out with the sixth movie in an actual
Yeah.
theater, I think it's worth seeing. Like whenever the next, Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers movie comes out, like I'm always gonna go because it's one of the big three, And I feel like
Right.
Scream, because of how strong that first movie is, it gets put into the same category as those big three movie monsters.
I will say these last two sequels were better than 3 and 4.
Oh well, yeah.
So there's that. I don't absolutely hate it.
No,
I'll give it its props, but it is what it is.
I really want to
Anyway.
see it. I want to see a dog shit movie so we can just shit on it for an hour.
Oh, you should have been in here for the last one for the lake. Sad.
Oh,
the lake.
I don't want to talk about the lake.
Yeah, we won't.
I don't
We
want
already
to talk
did.
about the lake.
And you're gonna make us.
I got
all
to go
sad
back
again.
and listen to that episode. I didn't listen to it because I hadn't seen it until you guys did the episode, and I just watched it.
Yeah.
As I have to listen to you guys yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Price is on there with us.
Tipping.
Okay.
And
Tipping my
he
40
wasn't
out
happy that
to
we
the
made
lake
him
right
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew some people who were big fans of the lake, and I just couldn't figure out why.
Yeah, they're lying.
Oh, there was one horror news that I missed.
Okay.
Oh,
Horror News second edition.
Well,
Same
I
episode.
love it. This
Well,
just
as
in.
you guys are listening to this, it will have already happened. But Charlie Price is coming in town, and so I'm dragging him along with me, and we're catering a party at Vera Farmiga's house, which is the
Right.
Mike Terry knows who it is from The
Mhm.
Nice.
Conjuring. Plays Elaine Warren.
She is awesome. I love her in Bates Motel, which was so underrated as a show. Such a good show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we-
she's a super, super, super amazing actress. So it's gonna
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Oubliette, for your?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's been our time, you little motherfuckers. So catch us next time for the next episode of Monster Candy Podcast.
Monster Candy Podcast.
Hey,
I
I'm
got you,
Monster
bitch. Oh, see you later,
Hello,
sluts.
Mr.
Hey,
Fancy.
Monster Candy. Hey, hey, bada bing. It's
Hey,
me,
Mr.
Mario.
Like scary movies.
Want some candy?
Groovy.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight? We don't have to be mean.
Yeah, Jack Burton just looks that big old storm right square in the eye and he says, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Your move, creep.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.